guys, and welcome back to the Moxie Ram. So, I hate saying it, but unfortunately, I've made pretty much no progress on my WIPs. But I have cast on a new project, and I undid part of an old project to fix it because once I put it on with the outfit I was planning, I was just not happy. So I guess first things first, I do have the teddy bear sweater that I've been working on for my daughter. I honestly can't remember when I left off with you guys. It's been a very long month, 5 weeks I think, since I put my last video. But I did warn you guys, I was starting homeschool with my daughter, which we've been doing that, and that's been a learning experience for everyone, but we're really enjoying it. My daughter, she's 5, so we're getting through the ABCs, and she knows how to count, but she's having difficulty identifying some of the numbers. And then with the letters, she's been doing great with uppercase letters, not so much lowercase letters, but we're getting there. But it's fun, it's interesting. I've reopened my Facebook account, which I haven't touched in years, just so I could join some mom groups in the area, other homeschooling moms, get some advice from them and join some groups. We did, sorry, we're starting off this video talking about homeschool, but you can skip forward a little to the yarny parts if that's what you're here for. We did start joining a play group every Wednesday. We meet up with other homeschool moms, and so far it's been very small groups, and it's about a 25-minute drive from my home. I'm gonna start looking into hopefully a closer one, because it's a bit of a drive for the number of people that are showing up. I did get to meet another mom who has 3 of her own kids, and we kind of clicked a little bit, so we were talking to each other more than the other moms. We did go today. Today is a Wednesday when I'm filming. It is kind of dreary out and no other kids showed up. I felt so bad, but luckily this time I took my 5-year-old and I took my 1-year-old. Usually the baby stays with my sister for babysitting. So I at least had both of them there, and they both kind of played with some of the mulch and dirt and went on the swings. So it wasn't a total loss, but it was just us there. And then to make up for it, I took them to the pet store so they could look at the fish and the cats that were there. We also joined a library reading hour. It's a homeschool hub, so it's all homeschool kids. It's every Monday for an hour, and it only runs for 6 weeks. And every Monday they'll do a different theme. Like this Monday they did apples. Next Monday they're going to do a class about farming. So that one's nice too. And I didn't take my youngest one to that one either because I wasn't sure how it would be considering it's in a library. She gets pretty loud sometimes. But other moms brought their toddlers, and they had a separate little section in the corner with a little play mat and some building blocks to keep them preoccupied while their older siblings did their class. So I'm probably going to take her to that too and see how it goes. Let her socialize with the other little toddlers, 1-year-olds and 2-year-olds. Anyway, all that being said, been very busy. I am a bit sleep deprived trying to tackle homeschooling and full-time job, and then trying to keep my hobbies in there, which, as you'll see with my progress on my WIPs, is not much. But I have been reading more because I've been trying to give my hands a break. I've been getting some stiffness in my hands and some pain in my arm, so I went and dusted off my Kindle. Love this thing. And I've been reading. I read the newest Hunger Games book, which is the Sunrise on the Reaping, I believe it was. Yes, Sunrise on the Reaping. It was very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you like any of the Hunger Games books, I would suggest you read that one as well. And now I've started The Fourth Wing. I just started that one. Just got into it, so we're gonna see how it goes. Yes, I do like young adult books. I like that fantasy kind of realm stuff. It's my fun read. So that's that. On to the yarny goodness. So I was working on my daughter's teddy sweater minus the teddy face. This is where I'm at. I can't remember if last time you guys saw a finished sleeve or not, but here's one sleeve, and that's all I've gotten on the other sleeve. So in 5 weeks, I finished off the one little sleeve and then only got this far. Yeah, so I've got to get on my game. I've got to get back to this, finish this, and start the one for my 1-year-old because the temperature is getting chillier and they could both benefit from sweaters. So I have that. And then what else? So I never showed this in the video, I believe, because this was done before I restarted these videos. I'm pretty sure. But this is my anchor sweater, or my anchor shirt, I should say, that I made with 100% cotton yarn. It's Barocco yarn. I cannot remember the exact type of yarn, but I will put it down here somewhere in the video. So I had finished it. It was an FO. And I put it in the drawer to wear on cooler days because even though it's a shirt and it is cotton, it is kind of thick because it's a DK weight. So it's too hot for summer days. But we started hitting cooler weather. I went to put it on. I threw it on with the pair of jeans that I wanted to wear, and I was not happy with the fit. Yes, I've worn it. I've tried it before. I blocked it, tried it. I thought it fit lovely. I don't know if I've gained a couple pounds from stress eating from homeschooling and trying to balance everything. But it was a bit snug. It was a little snug. I didn't like how my my cast off fit on the arms. I did do the Italian bind off, and it does have some stretch, but I guess not enough. So it's kind of tight on my biceps. I don't like how it feels when I'm moving around. It kind of pinches a little bit, and then when it moves, when I move, it goes up and then it kind of stays up because it's too tight. It just grips. So I'm gonna undo those, and then instead of doing the decreases that it calls for, because there are, I think I put 3 decreases here, I'm just gonna keep it the same size. No decreases, go straight down, and then bind off. And hopefully that gives it enough space to not be so tight on my arms. So I still have to do that on both ends. I have to take out the Italian bind off, pull back the sleeves, redo the sleeves, which I don't like doing sleeves. And then the body also had a couple decreases, and it just wasn't sitting right. I don't know. I tried it on before when I blocked it, and it seemed to fit okay, and I liked it, and now I don't. So instead of keeping a project that I was just never gonna wear, I frogged all the way back. So I frogged all the way back up to where I split for the sleeves. So the whole body was gone. I've reknit almost the entire body with no decreases. I'm gonna try it on again. I am making it longer than it was before because it was a little too cropped for the time of year that I'd like to wear it. And then I'm gonna go into the ribbing. So I believe this one ended up a little, I had a limited amount of yarn to complete this, which is why it was as cropped as it was. But when I was finishing the project, I almost had enough for the sleeves and ran out. So I had to buy another skein anyway. So I have a skein. You can see it, it's this one right here. It's sitting there. So I figure knit it to the length that I actually would like to wear since I have the yarn, and just redo it and make it something that I will enjoy wearing. But it's cotton, it's very soft, it's pretty drapey. It feels really nice after blocking. Even before blocking it feels nice, but after it feels even better. So that's another thing I'm working on. That kind of used up a lot of the time too, because I was tired of being on Sleeve Island over there, so I went onto just mindless knitting in a round on this one. I'm pretty much almost at the ribbing, bottom ribbing. That's that. I made 0 progress on my Skeeter skirt. Absolutely nothing. I didn't even touch it. I didn't open the bag or anything. I did cast on a new project. So I don't know if I've mentioned in my old videos. Probably not. I don't know. Not sure. Maybe. But I'm a big fan of Outlander. And Outlander has their new series, Blood of My Blood. And watching it, I saw, you know, the clothing they wear. Obviously, it takes place in like the 1700s in Scotland, so a lot of their stuff is handmade. A lot of the women have knitwear on. I got inspired. I have the Outlander knitting book that I've knit 0 items from that book. So I've got this beauty here. This was I believe a birthday gift at one point. And I love the pictures. It's got, I don't know, I just love books. I like looking at books. Even I have tons of knitting and crochet books. That whole top shelf is all knit, or mostly knit and crochet. And I haven't knit or crocheted much of anything from them, but I love the pictures, especially in this one because it's got photos from the show. So you got Mr. Jamie there, the heartthrob. But yeah, so I figured let's crack this open. I was into Outlander and I started this project. So it's on the back cover. It's like a little capelet that I started, and I tried to match the colors as much as possible. I'm using some alpaca yarn that I bought at Hobby Lobby on a super clearance, so it's coming out very affordable. But let me show you what it looks like so far. Sorry if the camera angles changed some. My battery was dying, so I had to swap that out. I don't even know. That's a very shitty yarn. I don't even know if I'm wearing this the right way or not, to be honest. Let's see. No. Yes? Maybe? I think I am. I don't know. I'll have to look back at my notes. So this is another one I haven't touched in maybe 3 weeks or so. Why is my lighting? Does my lighting look this orange this entire time? Let's try to fix that a little bit. There we go. I think it looks a little better. I don't know. Not so orange. But this is what I have so far. So I have, you can see, I could try to match the burgundy-ish, whitish, marled looking color there to this one. Hers is kind of like that too, but it's not as, the white is not as striking as this one. But I did have some alpaca yarn from Hobby Lobby. Red tag clearance. So I got each of these skeins for $124. But it is 90% acrylic and 10% alpaca. And that alpaca, my goodness, flies off of this thing. As I'm knitting, there's, look, even just putting it on, I'm covered in alpaca. I'm hoping that once I complete this and block it and maybe run a lint roll over it, I don't know. But it's so fuzzy. But I'm looking forward to wearing this with like a little, even if it's just with a long sleeve shirt or, you know, sweater on cooler days, just put this on to keep my neck warm, my chest warm. I think it'll be really cute. Put a little button here, just like in the picture. That's my Outlander whip. But yeah, it is very soft. I'm worried it might be a little itchy because I wear it now and it feels a little itchy on my neck. But I'm probably gonna wear it anyway. Or I could probably put it with a turtleneck. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna wear it in the winter. Oh, wait. I think... I was trying to see if I could tell the outside from inside. Yeah, I honestly have no idea. I think it doesn't matter. It's kind of just... No, it does matter. Sorry. I'm all over the place. I have it the right way. It is the right way. Huh. Yeah, so it's got a seed stitch, I think. Seed? Moss stitch? Seed stitch? I don't know. Seed stitch where you, like, you alternate knits and purls rowing down along the edging, and then this is just garter stitch. Something cute. It was something that I just had a sudden urge to cast on since I was watching the show. So that was a new cast on. And I have another cast on, but no FOs. Yeah, when I knit with this, it was everywhere. I was wearing black pants at one point and it looked like a furry dog had sat on my lap and was just like shedding his fur all over me. So I did cast on another WIP, even though I should have just been working on this sweater for my daughter. But I casted this on with the intention of only knitting it when I go to my daughter's playgroups. Because now that she's going to these playgroups at the park with other homeschool kids, we're there for maybe an hour, sometimes 2 hours, and she's just running around. And it's a very small park, so it's very easy to keep an eye on her. It's just a small playground, and then it's just got open fields around it where the kids can play in the grass and throw the leaves around and stuff. But the other day I saw, or I noticed that at one point there weren't, you know, there were cliques with the moms. So there was a group of moms over there, and then the mom that I usually speak with, she was chasing around her 2-year-olds. I didn't have my 1-year-old there to chase around, so I kind of just got to sit and relax, but I had nothing to knit. And then I didn't want to carry a big sweater there to work on, or the capelet, and be shedding alpaca yarns everywhere. So I just cast on another Sophie shawl. So I have one Sophie shawl, the green one that I finished, and I love it. I don't know if I showed you guys that one. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I don't know what I ever haven't shown, and this was a spur of the moment. I had a little bit of time to record, so maybe I'll bring that over to show you guys. It's on my Instagram if you want to see the finished object photos. Anyway, I casted on a new Sophie shawl, and it's gonna be multicolored. So I had these 4 skeins of yarn. I have a brown, I have this reddish burgundy color, I have this purple color, and I have, if I could get it out of my yarn bowl, right now it's looped around the bowl, here we go, and I have a teal. I bought these having no idea what I was going to make with them, which is the story for most of my yarns that I get at yarn shows. But I believe I bought these at a Connecticut yarn fair festival. I believe it was at Connecticut. I can't remember exactly where. But it's American U yarn, if you can see that. And it is, it's one that shows like what it's actually made out of. That one doesn't really have much info. It's a three-ply merino ram brulee, 67% non-superwash and 33% superwash. And all of these I got at a discount, so they're originally $14, but they all had a dye problem, and they wrote dye problem on their labels. I think I got them for maybe $7 a skein, and they come with 353 yards, 113 grams. It's a sport weight. So I bought 4 of their colors that all had dye problems. I wound them up into cakes, and I didn't notice any dye issues. I don't know if maybe just the coloring was off according to like what their colors were supposed to be, but I thought it was gonna have like spots with maybe like whiteness to it or undyed, like it didn't grab the color properly, but they seemed fine. And even if they are a little off, honestly, I don't really care. But I thought putting them together and alternating colors to make like a color block shawl would be pretty nice. So it's slightly rough. I'm hoping that it'll soften up when I block, but it's not bad. So I've got the purple, the burgundy, the teal, then I'm gonna go into brown. So I guess once I finish all 4 colors, a section of all 4 colors, I'm gonna see if I wanna keep alternating colors, or if I wanted to maintain the whole middle section brown, and then on the other end do the same thing with the teal, the red, and the purple. I'm not sure yet. I'm probably gonna keep most of it brown in the middle. So I'll wrap it around. I don't want it to look too colorful, I guess. But I'll see how big I'm gonna make it. I'm hoping to make this one pretty big. Make it a nice chunky scarf. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I just do color block all the way down, or should I do purple, red, blue, large brown, then blue, red, purple? to end it. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna take a quick look at my last video to see if I showed my Sophie shawl. Because I can't remember. Okay, no, as far as I can tell, I was still working on it, so I'm gonna go grab that and show you guys. Ta-da! Isn't she beautiful? I love the screen. I love how it turned out, like my giant croissant. It's so squishy. I like keeping it just like this. It's so squishy. Let's see. You're not gonna see the whole thing because it's too close, but voila. Look at that. It's such a pretty green. I love it. So I could wear it like this, wrapped around a decent amount. Wrapped around twice, I guess. I wrapped it weird, but that is twice, I guess, if I go from the other side. So if I wrap it like that, I get a nice cover up of my neck for nice cooler days. Fluff it up. And obviously if it's that cold, I'm gonna have a jacket too, so it's gonna help cover me up. That covers up my neck, and then I've got these nice ends just hanging just like that. And I like that this one, it feels like nice and cozy around my neck, but it doesn't look overly bulky. Although I do want to eventually make a big chunky scarf. I think I'm eating alpaca fuzz. So I can wear it like that, or I can wear it longer. So if I just do, oh well, I don't know why I took it off all the way. But I can wear it just wrapped around once and kind of do like that, more like just for style. If I do that, oh gosh, I can't even show the ends, but it reaches a little like mid-thigh level, these ends. So you get more of like a statement. Long skinny scarf brings me back to my high school days. If I'm aging myself there. I think I've told you guys my age anyway. But yeah, in high school, I used to wear those skinny scarves that do absolutely nothing for warmth. It's just like a thin piece of fabric all the time. That was my thing. Yeah, so I can wear like that. Or I think I had even wrapped it more before. So if I make this end really short, and I take this and I wrap it around again without strangling myself. And then again, oh gosh, I did this horribly. It looks like a big mess. All right, hold on a second. Okay, we're back. So I wrapped it around, what is that, 1, 2, 3? 3 times. And this way, for very cold winter days, it's enough that I can bring it up like that, cover my face if it's really windy, really cold, snowy. It like really bunches up under my neck to really keep it warm. And then I've still got these little tassels here to kind of hold it in place. I feel like a turtle. So yeah, that's my Sophie shawl. So I'm hoping to make this one just as chunky, I guess. I might have to make it a little longer, like a little wider, because that's a sport weight. This one was DK, so this one was thicker. That one's gonna be a little thinner, so in order to get this heftiness to it, I'd have to make it longer, which is fine because I've got foreskeins to work off of. I want to use as much as possible from those. And then I was thinking with the leftover, maybe making a matching beanie to just get rid of these. I've been trying to use up all my yarns without buying new ones, and I've been doing pretty well, I must say. But that's going to end very soon in October because I will be going to Rhinebeck, and I will be buying lots of yarn. So I also have to look for somewhere to get rid of a lot of my other excess yarn that I don't really plan on using to make room. But I have made a little room by working on these. I've got a couple empty spots. I'm gonna try not to buy too much at Rhinebeck, but I make no promises. Anyway, I think that's really it for today's video. Not as in-depth as my other videos. I just wanted to make sure I caught up with you guys between my homeschooling days I keep thinking there's something in my hair, but it's just the way the light's reflecting off this hair that doesn't want to behave. Anyway, let me end this before I just completely lose focus. Thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for liking. Click that bell icon so you're notified when I post a video, whenever that is. And I will see you guys next time.